everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Megan and it's Vlogmas Day 6. And in today's little Vlogmas video, it's literally just going to be an update on my mental health and my physical health. Because I know last time I updated that, I think it was back in September, I did a whole life update because that's when I moved out and everything just was chaotic during that time, and I'm like, you know what, this would be a great video to post, a little update video. Hey, I'm literally moving out and I moved in with my sister. So now from there, and I said, oh, my mental health and physical health, everything was going well, even though in the midst of everything happening, like everything for my physical health, since it was summer, awesome. And then for my mental health, even though with everything going on, it was still good because Jesus is good. Here's an updated version. More updated. I think, when did I post that? Oh, right, guys. I have 200 subscribers. That's awesome. Praise the Lord. I know you guys are probably like 200, like, that's like not a lot. No, it's not, but hey, I hit 200. I posted life update 2 months ago, September 25th. In that life update, I know that I said that everything was going well with my health. Okay, my mental health has been good. Spending time with Jesus every single day. He's been carrying me through, giving me the strength. I have had some bad days and some nights crying out to the Lord, but overall, my mental health is fabulous, and I'm praising God for that. My physical health, so I posted that September 25th. Just 5 days later, September 30th, no, 4 days later, September 29th, I had my first episode of the season. And these episodes are called adrenaline dumps, and to you it's like, oh, it's just an adrenaline dump, like whatever. But like in these episodes, so much can happen. They're terrifying, especially when you're sitting and doing nothing and your heart rate, literally, you can feel your heart shoot up to 160, almost 170s by just sitting. It's terrifying. Adrenaline dumps are supposed to happen like when, like if you're being chased by a coyote, you're gonna have adrenaline and you're gonna go, go, go. My adrenaline dumps happen randomly for no reason whatsoever. So on September 29th, it was a Sunday, it was bad. I had an POTS episode, and you can faint during them with the condition I have. My sister and I were going to the grocery store right here in town, and I was driving, and I noticed right before we left my heart rate was just higher than normal, and I'm like, okay, whatever, it's just whatever. And then we went to the store, and in the store I'm like, I feel a weird feeling in my chest, and I hate this feeling in my chest because most of the time I'm gonna go into an episode, but also last year I've had this feeling in my chest and I was fine. It was just really discomforting. And so we're in the store, my heart rate, I'm like watching it, it's like in the 110s, almost 120s by just walking around. I'm like, okay, this is just a little weird. And then after we were done shopping for whatever we were doing, I was walking back to the car, and I'm like, wow, my heart rate is in the 130s right now. And I caught this episode through my dash cam, and I posted it on TikTok. And I literally was like telling my sister, I'm like, my heart rate's high and I feel really weird feeling in my chest. I think I might actually go into a POTS episode. And as I am driving, and mind you guys, I saw an officer, so I feel like the Lord set this up like perfectly because he knew I was gonna freak out. And I try not to. Freaking out does not help at all, so don't do that. But also it's really hard not to do that because it's terrifying. So I like already knew where a cop was, and I was joking around. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna wave to this cop and da-da-da. Anyways, dumb, whatever. And then all of a sudden I like turned, I'm like, and then that's when my heart rate just skyrocketed up to like the 160s something, almost 170s, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Riley, again, freaking out. I can barely breathe, and I turned and I'm like, was thinking about going up to this cop because guys, in my episodes I freak out, and I'm freaking out because I just overthink it. And then I circle this cop because I'm like, I'm gonna go up to him. I'm like, wait, no, I'm just being dramatic. I don't need to go up to him, like, whatever. And I'm driving, and all of a sudden, things start shape-shifting. Like, I am getting dizzy, and this cop at this point is getting up to leave, so that I wave him over, and I go in this parking lot, and he's like, Megan, what? Because, like I said, my hometown's PD knows me. He's like, Megan, what's up? I'm like, I'm in an episode, and I don't even remember what I said. And he goes, like, do you need me to call the ambulance? I'm like, I don't know, because the only reason why I waved him over was because I was dizzy and things were shaped, like molding into each other. And I hate when that happens. And that only happened for a little bit. It stopped. So he's like, well, like, I can only call you an ambulance, that's all I can do. But, like, in 10 minutes, like, if you're still feeling wonky, whatever, like, call 911 and we'll come. So I ended up staying there for, like, a couple more minutes. And then we just went home. And then after that, I just felt absolutely horrible. So that was my first episode of the season. I want to say I had a second episode last month, but I actually don't know if that was just because I was in a flare-up or if it was an actual episode. There's a difference between my episodes and my flare-ups. So my flare-ups aren't exactly an episode, if that makes sense. Flare-up, which is, oh, I'm totally fine, but I should be careful because, like, I feel like crap. Or an actual episode's like, this is all hitting me. It just hits me all at once, and it's bigger than a flare-up. So basically my health is not doing well, but it's also very cold outside. It's colder this year in Minnesota than it was last year. I'm not surprised that my symptoms are at higher than last year. I do believe my symptoms are higher than last year. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in my yesterday's video. But there was like 2 weeks ago on a Sunday, I walked from my car to the church building, heart rate in the 150s upon walking. That's never happened to me before. It's never happened. And I was feeling so bad. I was feeling super nauseous. I could just feel my heart racing. I was shortness of breath. I was just not doing the greatest. And it was horrible. And I mean, like, the worst ever. Like, I've never had my heart rate that high upon walking, and even when I was standing in worship, I could barely sing the songs because my heart rate was just so high. And I nearly left early for church. I literally was about ready to get up and leave after worship because I'm like, this is bad and I don't feel good. But I didn't. I stayed because as soon as sitting down, my heart rate just went down to the hundreds. I think it got to the 80s at one point. That same day, that same Sunday, I went to work and everything, and I was fine in between. And I started feeling nauseous again, and I'm like, ugh. Went to work, and I told the closer that I was with, like, earlier in the day, I'm like, dude, I'm not feeling so good. Like, I don't know if I'm able to make it through my shift. And then in between church and work, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. No. I get to work, and here I am standing. I'm trying to do my list. Again, you guys, I'm a cashier at a gas station. I'm always standing. I can't sit. I mean, I could, but I can't. And I'm walking around doing my list, and my heart rate's in the 130s, 140s, and at one point I got up to 150s again. And I was feeling horrible. So I buzzed, and I went to the back, and I literally laid on the ground. I was, like, telling the stock boy, like, I don't even know if I'm able to make it through the shift and everything. Like, so then I got back up and I went to the front, and I'm just like debating, do I go? Do I leave? Do I go home or stay? Like, I need the money, but like I really am not feeling the best and I don't know what to do. So I nearly left that day. And even though the closer's like, I don't really care what you do. You can leave if you want. Like, it's up to you. So I stayed because shortly after from laying down, it does help. I started feeling better. My heart rate was lower. I could actually do my list without feeling like I'm gonna like vomit or pass out. And I ended up staying, and I felt better for the rest of the night. So like right now, ever since that week, I think Monday and Tuesday were a little bit worse, but now from there till now, I've been okay. I did have a flare up, but that was my fault. Last Thursday on Thanksgiving, I ate bread. And people with POTS can't have foods that are very high in carbs because it can flare up their symptoms. So I can't have bread anymore. And I learned that the hard way. I was super, super hot. I could feel my face was like red. I was super hot, but my hands and my feet were ice cold. I think my hands were purple, but I was just hot, but my hands were just ice cold. I had a high heart rate, shortness of breath. I did not feel good. Yeah. But I was fine within an hour and a half later. Anyways, so those are pretty much the points where I remember my body just hating me. So yeah, so this year my health is not doing so well, which I knew, but it's doing worse than last year. In the last year, I have not had a doctor who knows about this. I don't have a medical team to help me navigate through my POTS. symptoms and how to like exactly like manage it. Like, I know the basics. I'm trying to stay very hydrated. I'm going to the gym. I have compression socks, and I even have compression leggings because I heard compression leggings works better. I'm trying to just manage my symptoms, but guys, again, I don't have a doctor. I don't have a medical team because I think the reason why my cardiologist said that I had POTS but did not want to diagnose me is because I don't have it severe. I don't have a medical team to help navigate through this, my symptoms and everything, which makes it harder. So am I properly taking care of myself and managing my symptoms? Probably not, because I literally rely on TikTok and Google. Even though doctors is like, well, you can't do that. Okay, well, that sucks because I have no choice. That pretty much with people with chronic illnesses got to do that. They gotta research their own symptoms and find things and go to other people who deal with it, who already have a diagnosis. So we'd be like, hey, could it be this, could it be that? Doctors don't like that, but if you're not going to help us, we literally have no choice. But whatever, I'm just a girl with anxiety. I've actually never been told that. I even had people tell me, oh, it's probably just anxiety. No, it's not. So this pretty much is my health, pretty much mainly my health updates. My mental health is going awesome because praise the Lord. I hope you guys enjoyed it, I guess. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next Vlogmas video. Apparently people with POTS can't have very high carb food. People with POTS can't have high food, hang on. People with POTS